Well, we have a fantastic guest. So if you loved the commercials from Super Bowl, put in the chat what your favorite was. But I do not want to delay another minute because we have a fantastic guest with us today, and he's going to drop so much value on us. So give me a second. I am going to pin everyone up. Oh, I pinned you first by accident. I thought I was pinning myself. And here we go. And here we go. And here we go. Welcome, Donnie. You're muted.
Hey, hey, hello everyone.
Hello.
Happy Monday. I'm so excited to spend a little bit of time with the New England region. Thank you all so much for being here and for inviting me to play along. I'm excited to experience the first, this is my first time on your region-wide growth call.
Yeah, so and we had a cool rebrand this year. One of our agents actually came up with the name. And he was like, we should be calling this Make Money Mondays. And then it dropped to M3. So that is what we are now. Our growth call has been rebranded to Make Money Mondays, M3. And yeah, we just love to pour into our agents and associates on this call and help them get the most out of the hour with us we can every week.
I love it. I love it. Well, if that's the case, then is it okay if I share a simple four-step approach to help you all make more money on this Monday?
Yes, please.
It's easy to say, right?
I love it. I love it. Yeah, make more money on this Monday. I know I tried to like reframe it there and it didn't work out in the best way. I'm gonna find my words though. I'm so excited to be here. I want to talk a little bit, and Brooke and team have been sharing me about all of your success launching in the 201 Plus Club. So I know that there's been a lot of focus on growing your database, getting more engaged with your database over time. And I want to bring something to light that through conversations, through interviews and consults that I've been able to see with teams across the country, this is happening in their databases. And I'm curious to see if it might be happening in your own. So I'm going to share my screen for a second because let me see. I'm going to go to screen share. Got different options for some reason. Let me see if I can.
Let me know if you need me to bring something
Test,
up.
Donnie. We're just testing you in
Yep.
New England.
Exactly.
Make sure that you pick the right one.
I've had this happen in only like 2 other Zooms where, Brooke, it's only given me the options to share like windows versus my whole desktop.
Oh, let me see. Host. Oh, let's unpin. I think it has to do with us being pinned.
Let me see.
Is it? Let me see. Away we go. Away we go.
Try it again, Donnie. It might if you
Okay.
stop and then try it again.
Awesome. I'm going to we'll do a quick pivot and we'll go this way. I'm going to use the Zoom whiteboard. So just bear with me. I haven't drawn, like, I haven't used the Zoom whiteboard in this capacity, but I'm going to just practice and put my mouse drawing skills to the test. How's that? Awesome. So we're going to start. We're going to take a look. As I've been talking to teams that have been doing the same thing as all of you, they've been growing their database, and yet they're not seeing the same number of results that they want on the other side. So I want to start talking about something. So just bear with me here in this graph. So we're going to talk first. We're all here. We're looking to grow our database. So we're adding in contacts. So imagine this line here is representing all of the new contacts that you're adding into your database. You're maximizing the potential by adding in the names and getting there. So that number of your contacts in your database is growing. Here's what we see happening. As you have the number of your database growing, we're not increasing the frequency at which we're communicating to that database. So this line right here is representing the number of times that I'm reaching out to my database. I'm touching. I have that touch program, and I'm sure there's many numbers. I'd love to see in the chat, based on your current database, put a magic number in the chat. How many touches are included in your marketing campaign throughout the year? In the chat, how many touches are included in your marketing campaign to your sphere of influence throughout the year? Who will be brave enough to share that number with us? Karina has 16. Amber has 12. Harry has about 24, but looking to ramp up to 50 at least. I love it. 33 for Bob, 40 for Steve.
Where's
Awesome.
Isaiah? I know he has a magic number. Pop it in, Isaiah.
Oh, we got Isaiah's got a number coming on the way. We got Bobby at 14, 24 to 30 for Abby. Gail has 20. I love it. I love it. So we all know we have our own number that we're working with. I'm going to keep an eye on the chat though, Brooke. So if Isaiah pops that number in, you let me know.
Oh, I will.
So we're talking about that magic number. Now, here's what's happening. We have the touches here. Everything here in between. I'm going to switch my colors again. Everything that's happening here in this red zone in between the number of contacts and that number of touches, this is all potential GCI that we're missing out on. Every time that we've done this 4-step process with agents, they have self-discovered that there was existing business inside of their database that they were missing out on for a variety of reasons. Ultimately, what it always came back down to, though, was they were missing 2 things. It was either the frequency in which they were touching their database, or it was the quality of the touches as they were reaching out to their database. It is so important to not just get lost in the number of touches, but how do we make sure that these touches are high value, high impact, delivering something to this customer, delivering something to our database, at the same time, not compromising on the frequency at which we're reaching out. The key to this and scaling this is to have some sort of tool, some sort of system that's going to help you. Now, for me, that's Smart Plans inside of Command. There is a series of smart plans that you can use to help close the gap on the frequency of touches. And I have some staples that I'm sure you're all familiar with. A quarterly call. Everyone's at minimum going to be on that 4 calls a year. Get them on my quarterly call plan. I've got either a monthly or a biweekly neighborhood nurture based on that contact's intent. Monthly is definitely going to be everyone. Minimum, they're going to be on that monthly neighborhood nurture. Anyone who's actively thinking about selling, or I might have an idea that maybe they have some equity built up in their home, it's all going to be on that bi-weekly. So I'm increasing the number of touches. It's either I send them 24 times in a year or I send them 12 times in a year. I also want to make sure I'm having them on my birthday, and if they're a past customer of mine, that home anniversary. Just that suite of core smart plans can accommodate anywhere, depending on if it's that monthly or biweekly, anywhere from 20 to almost 30 touches annually just from those core smart plans, which really frees up your ability to add in those extra touches, whether it's a quarterly client event. For our team here in Orlando, my business partner, we do volunteer events now for our client events. We have a great organization that we work with. It gives us the ability to invite our database to join us to give back to the community together. And the best part is it's called Second Harvest Food Bank. They manage all of the RSVP systems for us. They manage training us on the day of. They provide a great backdrop for us to take a photo together and celebrate that we were able to give back to our community. We've just simply replaced those. It brings the cost down, but still has a high value and high touch because we're providing an opportunity for our database to give back to the community. There are so many creative ways that after you establish that core value, what can you automate to make sure it's always happening? How do you fill the gap to that magic number of touches? I want to share with you, and I'm going to go into, we're going to go back. I think I can make this happen. Let's see. Are we seeing the database playbook screen now?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, here's that 4-step process that I wanted to share with you. And I've already spoken to your regional leadership. They're going to make sure this gets out to you. It's also available right here inside of Connect if you log in at Command. We're going to get this in your drive. If you go to this database playbook, it's only about 17 pages. And this is that 4-step process that we're going to go through. It's going to lead you through an exercise of first understanding, doing the math, determine the value of your database, your conversion rates, and what financial opportunity already exists inside of your database. Step 2, after you do the math, you get through the numbers, and I promise the math is really simple and easy. All of it's there for you with equations. It's a plug and play with numbers. Once you get to slowing the spend, step 2, this is going to be one of 2 things. And I'm going to go back to the chat here for a second. Back to the chat, slow the spend. Spend, of course, means money. that's a given. We're going to have spend. It could be choosing money. What's the other item that it could be referring to? If it's not money, what else could it be referring to? And I'm going to look down in the chat for that.
Time. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, no, David, I love it. Even better. I love the participation. David, you're right. It's time. If you're not a team or an agent that has a high spend in lead generation efforts, whether that's through online lead spend through social media, whether it's lead aggregators that you're purchasing leads from, maybe it's dollars behind specific events that you're throwing. It's really important for us to identify what financial opportunities in our database through step 1, and then 2, decide, do I need to slow the spend, whether it's an expense of money that I need to slow down on, or it's an expense in time. Where have I been placing my lead generation efforts where I'm not seeing the greatest rate of return? Is anyone familiar with the law of 3? The law of 3? I'll look for either a digital hand raise, or I saw Abby had time in the chat there, and Faye, thank you so much, or maybe in the chat. The law of 3. Well, this is something that goes back to the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book. And the law of 3 tells us that if you looked at an agent's closings over the last 12 months, the last year, 75% of their closings are going to come from 3 lead sources. 3 lead sources. 75% of their closings are going to come from 3 lead sources. And if you imagine a pie, like a pie graph here, and you had three spots cut out at the top that were equal in value, lead sources 1, 2, and 3. 75% of the business is going to come from those. Now, through research, we found that most of our agents have that as sphere of influence being number 1, people they know, they like, they trust, they're engaging in that relationship. Open houses happens to be number 2, and then some form of online lead generation, whether that's organic reach through social media with no ad spend behind it. I know that your region's providing some awesome social media marketing content each week here on this call that you can, talk about an easy button to build your online social presence, or it could be some ad spend behind it. The important thing is to know what your 3 lead sources are so that you can dedicate your time towards those. You know that rate of return. I'm going to go to step 3 here for a second, increasing the quality of your sphere of influence touches. Like I mentioned, 90+% of the time, agents are saying sphere of influence, whether it's referrals, repeat referrals, they might describe it differently, but I'm going to bucket all up into sphere of influence, people they know, they already have a relationship with. These are METs inside of their database. You might need to look at improving your conversion rates through the quality and frequency of your touch programs. I'm going to talk you a little bit about that here. Inside of the playbook, you not only have the doing the math, this entire exercise that will be shared with you, we also captured some of the most impactful quality sphere of influence touches, and we documented them all here for this in this playbook for you. And then last, but certainly not least, is the final. When we're thinking about that law of 3, understanding what our top 3 lead sources are, it's really important that we're spending no more than 30 minutes max a week inspecting what we expect. How are we reviewing what we're doing and making sure that our time, our money, our energy is pointed in the right direction to make sure that our business can maximize the value of its most profitable asset, its database. Steps 1, 2, 3, and 4 are right there. Like I mentioned, it is an easy read, about 16 to 17 pages for the full playbook. It has exercises to go along with it throughout the process, helping you to engage with your database and have that cash value determined so that you know what opportunities are already living right in front of you.
Donnie, well, and Tiffany and I teach this class, and we're touring our region right now. And one of the things we start with is, do you treat your database like the cash asset it actually is? And can you imagine how our worlds would be different if we went into this business knowing that your database is the most important thing and brings you the return?
Absolutely. I was in California, just in the Los Angeles area a few weeks ago, teaching the database assessment playbook. I was teaching a workshop on it, and in the room, we actually did the math together. And I love being able to take that as a group thinking. And in the room, there was a variety of answers. We had a $45,000 cash asset. We had a $90,000. We had $1 million database in the room with us. And it's a really powerful question, especially if you're on a team or doing this as a group, to ask yourself. And if you're doing this on a team, I also recommend segmenting. You're going to start with your number of total contacts. Maybe it's the total contacts that are assigned to me, that are my database and my sphere, understanding what my portion of the database, that cash asset is, and asking that self-reflecting question. Am I treating my database like it's worth X? In that case, $1 million plus.
And to think of it this way, what if that database goes away tomorrow? Do you have the ability to replace it?
Absolutely. There's a lot of power in it, in that exercise. And like I mentioned, it's a really simple, that doing the math section helps to uncover a lot of great truths that I know it's already benefited teams that have gone through the exercise together.
Ugh. Tiffany, Jen, do you have any questions or wrap up for Donnie?
I want to say thank you because this was a great explanation and another like just nugget to explain why it's so important to do these activities. So thank you so much. That was awesome.
New England
Absolutely.
loves Donnie. We love you, Donnie.
We do.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you all. Hopefully I'll see some of you in just a few short weeks in Las Vegas for family reunion. Stay warm up there in New England.
It's a big
And we'll chat
snowstorm
again soon.
tomorrow. Do you want to come in and build some
You wanna
snow with us?
So we're getting what, like, I don't know, 10 feet? We're just getting dumped on with snow tomorrow. So it's perfect time
Oh.
to visit us.
It's the perfect time for this Florida boy who has, I did find a second coat that I would say is a real coat, but for a long time I had like a windbreaker was the heaviest coat that I owned. So
Do it here.
yeah,
Donnie,
yeah,
we
it
can
would
get a
cover me
coat
there.
for you.
Yeah.
What
We'll
was
get
that,
you-
Steve?
We'll make sure you have a
We
original
can
coat
get
when
we
you
can get a good winter coat for you. Don't worry about it.
It's a
Perfect.
packet.
You can't even buy them here in Orlando. You can't buy a decent winter coat, I'm convinced.
Amazon. I know they're there all the time. That's why your dogs are barking. Donnie, thank you so much. Thank you for visiting us. Friends, stay on. We're gonna hit you up with that social media content.
Thank you, Donnie.
All right, let's see.
All
Share.
right, before you do that,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
need to share. Can
Oh
I
yeah.
share?
Like, are you
right.
oversharing? What are you sharing?
I'm just gonna share.
Okay.
I don't overshare. We know that. So here's the deal. Some of you know about this and some of you don't. So since you are all on this call, I want to make sure you all know. Starting on March 11th, we are doing 1,000 listings in 60 days. And we're doing the Battle of the Market Centers.
Well, say that again. When does it
1,000
start?
listings in 60 days and the Battle of the Market Centers. And there's going to be some really, 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 really cool things. Some of you who are coaching with me personally, you're doing things like this RPR exercise, you're getting results, you're seeing activities, you're getting listings, and we want to bring another level to that. So essentially, there's a $25 buy-in. And the reason there's a $25 buy-in is because we're going to do two things with that $25. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a reverse bold. Who knows what a reverse bold is?
Woohoo, look at how many hands went up.
Somebody come off mute, share what a reverse bold is.
That's
Not
when you
sure.
have people call you.
Right? And how cool would it be if your database called you? So we're going to do a New England. Well, first off, the goal is to get 1,000, but I'll be happy with 500. 1,000 agents participating, 500 minimum. If we do that, what kind of New England experience could we give to somebody in our database doing a reverse bold? And then the second part of that conversation is when we do the Battle of the Market Centers, and how many of us are competitive? I'm competitive. I'm ridiculously competitive. What could we bring in to your market center? Not only are you going to be named the battle winner, and what could we bring to you? So more details to follow, but I wanted to get that out there. We're going to start it after family reunion and transmittal, March 10th, March 11th. It's a Monday. More details to follow.
Who's participating? Put a heart in the chat for Tiffany for putting all of this together. 1,000. I think we're gonna
1,000.
have more. We're gonna have so much more than that. So make sure you put some love in the chat for Tiffany. Things will go out. It will be all over every group. It will be an email. Your leadership will know about it. This is not something we are going to be quiet about. We're not good at being quiet anyway.
I was gonna say, you're not quiet on anything, so we're good.
All right, Jen, you ready for the content?
All right.
Bring that content. Thank you, Tiffany. We're really excited about this contest.
Okay, hold on. Share the correct screen. Donnie's right. It completely changed today. My whole view is different. Can you see the doc with all the stuff? Cool. That was so weird. My whole view changed. Here we go. We're still in the love month. What was your first job? Put it in the chat. Jen, I know what your first job is, but I don't know if any of our friends know.
Wait, you know my first job was?
Yeah, but I want to see if anybody else knows. We've talked about this in the past with our friends. And if you're a repeat offender on this call, you might
Duncan.
remember.
How many Duncans?
Guarantee you that's a no. She was a library clerk. I like that one. I love this. So here's the thing. Look at the engagement this is getting. Just here alone. But let's talk to our community about that. Remember the first job that kicked off your career journey. Thank God I did not continue in my career journey. It was not great. Whether it was flipping burgers, babysitting, or even mowing lawns, we all started somewhere. What was your first job? And bonus points for any funny stories, because boy, do I have a few from my first week as a 14-year-old working at Dunkin' Donuts. That one was mine. I love this. Let's leave them hanging until we get through the next, okay? Let's leave them hanging, Jen. You can put it in a
Oh,
minute.
good.
Did somebody get it yet? I can't watch the chat. It's so fast.
Somebody get mine?
Yeah, did anybody get your first job correct?
I mean, I was babysitting. I don't know what you were
Yes.
thinking.
Well, then you did catering.
Oh, yeah, but that was not my first job.
No, I know, but I know you were a crazy babysitter. Everybody loved you. I like to be babysat when I visit you. Like, it's the best. We have so much fun.
Are you kidding? You babysit me.
Yeah,
I feed you.
yeah, you do feed me well. Then it's Valentine's Day. So we have given you not one, not two, but 8 different posts you can pick from. Listen, put 8 posts out. Tell people how much you love them all day, every day. Okay? Download all of them in this one folder, and then you just get to pick. Say whatever you want to say. And because now this next post is scratch and sniff. You're going to be able to smell it. I mean, it's not scratch and sniff. And wouldn't that be great?
Smell of social media.
Right?
Pablo Lagasse used to say that all the time on his cooking show. I wish I had smell-o-vision. So
Yep.
smell of
I
social
wish I
media.
did too. So because it's still the week of appreciation and love, that AI I don't want, Kavita. Which is the most classic flavor? Is it chocolate or is it vanilla? So put it in the chat. Which do you prefer? Which is the more classic? Which one do you love? I am a dark chocolate freak. Throw in some sea salt and caramel in there and I'm even happier about my chocolate choices. So those are your 3 posts this week. In our house, we've always celebrated Valentine's Day as a way to give back to our children. It's always been about, even though it's all about them anyway, this is, instead of making it a romantic holiday, we've always made it for our children. So we get them little chocolates. We write them appreciation cards on why we love them so much. And then they all exchange special cards. Even the older kids with the little one and her little handwriting, writing out why she loves her brothers is probably one of my favorite things on the planet. All right, Jen, Tiffany, do we have a winner this week? And then make sure you stay on because we've got
This is what
201.
he's bringing to her classmates, little squishies. Who doesn't like a squishy?
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Little love note. So,
I love
so yes, we do have a winner for today. Yet I would like to get some more love in the chat for Donnie. If you took something away from what Donnie presented in the first 15 minutes, put that in the chat. I love seeing all of the first jobs. Brooke, did you scroll through that? Tiffany, did you see those?
No, I didn't.
What was your favorite, Tiffany? What was your favorite one you saw?
A leather factory? I'm gonna have to talk about you that later.
Red Lobster.
Red Lobster.
was a really good one. I really, really like that. There was, where is it? Oh, there was one that was really cool. Oh no, I can't find it. There's so many of them.
Yeah, swim
So-
instructors, sorting
Oh.
hangers in the back of my dad's store.
Yeah.
Allie's Donuts. Some of you
Huh.
that are not from Rhode Island might not know Allie's Donuts, but it's a staple here in Rhode Island.
The best donut I've ever had.
So Bobby put cleaned clams at Clam Haven. My mom, I grew up in the restaurant industry. At 6 years old, I was peeling 50-pound buckets of shrimp, so I can appreciate the clams. Yeah, I know. I hear you. And
to death.
that was
I
my
can't
thing.
believe she lets you room with you knowing that. Like you even might have shrimp on you at some
I
point.
keep Benadryl juice boxes when I room with her. Like that's just how it is. I look like Hitch with the juice box of Benadryl.
Well, that's my favorite part of Hitch. All right. All right. We do have, all right. I love some of these, the law of the three. Yes, Gail, I'm with you. That was really good. Okay. So we do have a winner. Do we want to?
Yeah.
Okay. What is our winner getting?
So today, our winner, as we continue on our journey to Viva Las Vegas, is getting a Mel Robbins book, The 5-Second Rule. Now, if you already have this, here's my huge ask for you, is to write in the cover when you get it and gift it to someone in your life that it would make a difference in, either in the industry or someone you know and love. It could be a great part of one of your touches. But if you have it, I love that. But gift it to someone and write them a gorgeous note on the inside and make them feel so great about themselves.
I love that. Okay. So drum roll, please. Our winner is, and you still have to be on to win, Joyce Sullivan. Joyce, are you on the call?
Look at George going crazy for Joyce.
I am.
Joyce, congratulations. Your hair is beautiful, first of all.
Oh, I got a new dryer.
Tell us what that is in the chat, because we could definitely all of us use well, I could use a little more
It's that
volume.
Dyson one that you
Oh, I
see.
have it.
I was like, holy moly.
It looks
I could
great.
do this with my real estate career. I'd be all right.
This call is a Dyson for your real estate career.
Right?
It is. The Dyson is an investment into your beauty as well.
That's
So
right.
you have to put that on your goal sheet. All right, Joyce, you just won the 5-second rule. Thank you for being
it.
on the call with us.
Thank
Don't
you.
forget, everybody, don't leave the call, because Brooke has another 30 minutes of amazing content to deliver and share with you. So don't leave the call. But Joyce, is this your first time on our call?
It's been a while.
It's been well, welcome back.
Thank you.
I hope you come back on again and
I
again.
will.
Invite your friends.
We'll
Tell
do.
them how much fun you have,
We'll
and
do.
let them know that you want a little something.
I know it's and I love Mel. Love
Are
her.
you going to family reunion?
Well, I would only go because of her. I'm trying to work out the schedule thing.
Oh, I hope you can. I
I
have
know.
seen her live a couple of times. I went to her show in New York City when it was like it
Wow.
aired like 3 episodes maybe, and I was in one of the. I was there for one of them.
She is amazing.
She is absolutely phenomenal, and one of the reasons why I am extremely excited to being there. So if you are coming to Vegas, can you guys please hunt down Brooke, Tiffany, and myself, because we really want to say hello and you know, pass along some high fives, some hugs, and just meet you
Selfies.
face to face. And Brooke loves her selfies. So
Yeah, and don't hug Tiffany. Just, you can hug me. I'll take all the extra
Oh,
hugs.
I love that. I love
Yeah,
that.
just come see me. I will be at the tech booth. I also, there's a whole bunch of us in the region. I am leading a social media panel, and I'm going
Wow.
to tell you one of the names. Ken Pozak is on this
Oh, wow.
panel. And this room only holds like a little over 1,000. So if you want to see Ken Pozak in this all-star rockstar social media lineup I have and the questions, oh my gosh, you're gonna be blown away. So if you're there, find me. I always put my contact info out, and they have a special like Genius Bar for agents that I will be at for a good chunk of the time at Family Reunion at the tech space. So find me.
Awesome. Thank
Oh.
you.
I'll be there as well. Hunt me down.
Yeah, she's usually around me too. Like we all kind of
Right.
like in a pack.
Yeah. that's how we roll. All right,
Nope.
guys. Well, I'm gonna jump off, but
Okay.
you guys stay on and listen to what Brooke has to share.
All right.